Fraud control activities is our third component. The organization selects, develops, and deploys preventive and detective fraud control activities to mitigate the risk of fraud events occurring or not being detected in a timely manner. These are the actions taken through specific policies and procedures to ensure that management's directives to mitigate fraud risk are carried out. And if we were to develop a checklist for our fraud control activities, what we would be doing is promoting fraud deterrence through preventive and detective control activities. Again, we can map our possible schemes to actual controls that need to be put into place, whether they're preventive controls or detective controls. We will integrate this through that fraud risk assessment. Again, it's the design of the fraud control activities. They should be linked directly back to the fraud risk assessment as we have discussed and as the organization should document. Again, we're mapping our activities to the potential schemes. We will consider the organization, specific factors, and relevant business processes of the organization. So we should consider any unique attributes of the specific organization, any unique attributes of its industry, any unique attributes of its operating environment, and take all that into mind when we put these fraud control activities into play. We need to consider the application of our control activities to the different levels within the organization. Fraud control activities should exist throughout the entire organization at all appropriate levels within the organization. We definitely need to utilize a combination of fraud control activities. We should use a range of activities, a variety of activities, and a mix of preventive and detective controls. We should definitely consider management's override of our controls and consider how to address them. What is the ability of each manager? How could they circumvent or override our internal control activities, including specifically the fraud control activities? We should use proactive data analytics procedures as we have discussed. These need to be well designed and rigorous, and we need timely notification from our data analytics system. Timely. The more timely we get the information, the faster management or the board of directors can do something about it. We need to deploy control activities through our policies and procedures. And not only are we talking about involvement of board of directors, and management, and employees at all levels, and internal audit, and the legal department, but who else helps us with the policies and procedures? Documenting and training our staff. Human Resources Department is also going to have to get involved to help us to get these things updated and make sure that all of our employees are timely receiving information and being trained properly And then we also, of course, hold on to that within our HR files that they did receive adequate training.